Welcome to your weekly Talk Nerdy to Me podcast. In today's episode, we're diving into the world of infrastructure as code and automation. We'll explore what infrastructure as code, IaC, is, how it's transforming IT operations, the benefits of automation, and the challenges to consider as teams adopt these technologies. Let's get started. Infrastructure as code is a modern approach to managing IT infrastructure using code rather than traditional manual processes. With IaC, teams can define their infrastructure, like servers, networks, and storage, using configuration files that are easily version-controlled and reusable. This method not only speeds up deployment but also ensures consistency across environments, reducing the risk of configuration errors. The rise of IaC is transforming the way IT teams operate. Instead of spending hours manually configuring resources, teams can now deploy entire environments with just a few lines of code. This shift is particularly valuable in cloud environments, where scalability and agility are crucial for success. Next, let's talk about how automation enhances the benefits of infrastructure as code. Automation tools like Ansible, Terraform, and Packer allow teams to execute IaC workflows seamlessly. For example, you can automatically provision virtual machines, configure networks, and even set up application stacks, all with minimal human intervention. Automation not only saves time but also reduces operational overhead and the likelihood of errors. Another advantage of automation is its ability to enforce compliance and governance. By automating infrastructure provisioning and configuration, teams can ensure that policies are consistently applied, helping to meet regulatory requirements and internal standards. This is especially important in organizations with strict security or compliance needs. Let's move on to the challenges and considerations when adopting IaC and automation. One major hurdle is the initial learning curve. Teams need to familiarize themselves with the tools and best practices to implement IaC effectively. Additionally, maintaining IaC scripts and ensuring their security is critical, as misconfigurations or vulnerabilities in the code can have widespread impacts. Another challenge is integrating IaC and automation into existing workflows. Legacy systems or manual processes might resist change, requiring careful planning and gradual implementation. However, once these hurdles are overcome, the long-term benefits far outweigh the initial effort. Thank you for joining us for this week's Talk Nerdy to Me podcast. We hope this episode gave you a clearer understanding of how infrastructure as code and automation are revolutionizing IT operations. If your team hasn't explored IaC yet, now is a great time to start experimenting with these tools. Stay tuned for next week's episode, where we'll bring you more insights and updates from the tech world and talk nerdy to me. Have a fantastic day.